It's April. Why am I going to talk about 2026 on this Whiteboard Wednesday? Well, because 2026 is going to be here before you know it. And I'm going to go unedited on this version, no cuts. We'll see how people respond to it. Number one, if we get to 2026 and we have a goal, an objective, could be a financial objective, could be a business objective, could be a family objective, could be any type of objective. From a work perspective, it's how we make money. From a personal perspective itself, from a people close to us, it's family. So we have a 2026 goal. A lot of times people will go through and they'll go through the process of figuring out resolutions or whatever the thing is that they want to do at the end of 2025 and set that up for their 2026 goal. Here's the thing I'm going to challenge you to do. Start thinking about 2026 now. It's the things you put in place today that will set you up for success in 2026. Now, at the end of the year, we might want this kind of tree of really good things. Yep, that's a tree. It might look like a mushroom, but it's a tree. We've got this thing that we're looking toward. Well, what's that old proverb, that Chinese proverb? The best time to plant a tree or plant an oak tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Let's start planting those seeds today. If we start planting the seeds today, begin with these first like A, B, C, and D steps today, then that tree or that forest or that field that we want to harvest from may actually be there. So let's think about the things that we can put in place over the course of the next 8 months as we work throughout the remaining part of this year and get ourselves prepared for 2026. What are some of the things that we can have in place? Well, if we start to design backward so that we can execute forward, we can figure out what are some of the things that need to be here just before we're ready to get that shade. What are some of the things that can be here so that we know that the planting that we did is actually going to work? And what are some of the things that we can do back here to really start to cultivate those seeds? Now, there's going to be a lot of things that are outside of your control. Shit is just going to happen. Rain is going to happen. There's going to be thunderstorms. There's going to be crap all over the place. And you know what? There's going to be really good days, really sunny days that are all outside of your control. But there are a couple of things that are absolutely inside your control. Where you decide to plant your seeds, inside your control. The tools that you use to help cultivate, inside your control. The data that you look at to look at the feedback and start to determine whether or not things are moving in the right direction, all inside your control. If you start now, if you plant those seeds in April, you will get yourself to a point where by June, you'll have a sense for what's working and what's not working. And by the end of June, you'll be in a better position to know whether or not 2026 is in reach from a goals and objective perspective. If you'd like to see the video that I shared, a little brief, that's one of those things that would have been edited out. If you'd like to see the video that I shared yesterday with the Leader Lab to kick off our planning for the future perspective in the Leader Lab yesterday, just let me know in the comments. I'll send you the clip. It's about 15 minutes of me going through a presentation around being able to identify those things that are in your control versus outside of your control, and how do you lay out the stepping stones to help you be successful. My recommendation, start planting those seeds now. Start cultivating those seeds now. Figure out the tools and resources that you want to help put those things into practice, and you will increase your likelihood of success. The best way to do it is to identify what that goal is, start to design backward. What's your three-pronged strategy to achieve the goal? What are the tactics that layer in to achieving that goal? And that's how you build out your game plan. If you'd like to build out your total success blueprint for 2026 and start in the month of May, it's something that we're going to do in the Leader Lab, starting with the first week of May and our first call in May. If you're interested in joining that along, head to findmycatalyst.com, click the link for the Leader Lab, and you'll be able to join us in May. And we will build out that success blueprint that will help you build success for the end of this year and get yourself prepared for 2026. As an enterprise rep, I knew where my number was going to come from by June of the year before that. So by June of 2025, I knew where my number in 2026 was going to come from. I didn't know which specific accounts were going to win or lose, but I knew the 7 that I was going to be focused on. And I knew that if I did the work that I needed to within those 7, likely 1 was going to win, which meant I was going to keep my job. 2 were reasonable to win, which meant I was going to hit my number. And if a third one came in inside that group of 7, then it was time to plan a vacation or do something new to the house. You can plan in advance and achieve the success you want. Why not start now?